history of the black church is rooted in slavery. The slaves primarily adopted their slave master's denomination. But even enslaved, the preacher became the primary focus of leadership and spiritual guidance in the community.
I shall be saved. And if you are saved and you have walked away.
For more than 100 years, Fairview Baptist Church has served the community of Northeast Oklahoma City. Reverend John A. Reed has been at the church's helm for half a century.
To welcome you back in your fold.
I've seen at least 4 generations. At least 4 generations.
Reed became assistant pastor at Fairview Baptist Church in 1963 during the civil rights struggle. The young minister relied heavily on scripture and faith to shepherd his flock through the turmoil.
Jesus said, turn the other cheek. Jesus said, go the second mile. Jesus said, love those who despise you and misuse you. Jesus said, these are the words of Christ. When you look back over the civil rights struggle, as you know, the church was most important element in that struggle. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist preacher, a Baptist pastor. And so it had its birth, the civil rights struggle had its birth in the church. And if it had not been for that, we wouldn't have made it.
During the sanitation strikes in 1969, Reverend Reed, along with several other Metro pastors, took a stand for members of their congregations.
The strike was in progress, and the city decided they're going to move the trucks anyway. And we said the truck's not going to move. And so we, about 4 or 5 of us pastors, went down to the barn that morning and stood in front of the truck. I often give the experience of that and said that Pastor Jackson was our leader, and he had his Bible, and he was reading the scripture that says, thou shalt not touch my anointed. And here this truck moving towards us, and he keep reading this, and I was saying to him, say it loud so you just say that loud so they can hear you, you know. But that truck moved right up to us. We didn't move.
The same passion and faith continues to be a beacon for the church and the community.
He brought me when I was down, lifted me up, stood me up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground.
The church currently has 45 ministries, ranging from a monthly food bank to a prison outreach ministry.
We are a giving church. We don't turn anybody down if we can help it. Nobody. If we can provide for them, we do it. And that's the kind of spirit this church has, and that's what I've taught all these years.
In 2012, the church hosted a youth camp over the summer.
We had a curriculum here with the kids, a number of things they would do every day. They'd go on field trips. We fed 2 meals and a snack every day. We had children coming from all over the city, but we sponsored especially for this community because these children don't have anything to do during the daytime.
Reverend Reed has big plans for the future of Fairview Church.
I see really a great future for this church. We have probably around 45 ministries now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that will increase as you go along. So, and like I said, all of that's without government assistance. And I want to make that clear. We won't receive it. It's strictly through the giving of these people, and we follow the direction of the Word gives us with tithe and offerings. Everything here at this church is financed with tithe and offering.
Jesus repeatedly stated in clear language what he was about and where he was going. That's right. That's right. That's right. And so one day, John talks about it here. One day, during the height of his popularity, when people were talking about it,